Hello, everyone. Welcome to Deconstructing the Dark Passenger podcast, the podcast about all things Dexter. I'm Jean.
I'm Victoria.
Getting so excited. Season 3, episode 11. I had a dream. We're starting off with one of my favorite scenes, and I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen this scene probably more than any other scene in Dexter, because even this time watching it, I think I rewound it and watched it again like 3 times.
That's just because of what happened.
Yeah, so we left Dexter getting black bagged and thrown in a trunk. We open up with him in the trunk, talking to Harry, like, this is it. I
never thought this is how I'd go out.
This is how I'm going out. And then the car stops, and you can hear somebody fiddling in the trunk.
And Dexter has gotten his hands undone.
He's gotten his hands undone.
He's like
ready.
kneeling in the trunk, ready.
Which this is a big trunk, because he's,
Yeah.
But trunk pops open, and Dexter pops up like a jack-in-a-box, and he just punches the first place he sees, which is Vince Masuka. Knocks him the fuck out. Just knocks him back. And he's like, for some reason, this is the thing that gets me. He punches Vince, and everybody's like, whoa! And Dexter's just sitting in the truck. He's still crouching down. He's like, what is this?
I mean, it is hilarious. And Vince is holding his eye. Everybody thinks it's great, except Vince.
Oh my God, Joey is loving it too. Joey is my reaction here. He's just laughing. He's like, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But so Dexter's like, okay, yeah, what is this? And Vince is like, this is high-class adult entertainment. Dexter's like, yeah, kill me now.
He could have gone his entire life without a bachelor party.
He would have been fine. So we get lots of strippers and lap dances. Miguel shows up. And he's going to give the best man speech. And he's like, I can't get up to too much trouble because I'm running for office. And Dexter's like, better run fast. There's a lot of like little double entendres going on, because he talks about Dexter being the donut guy. And he's like, it hardens the arteries and all this. He's like, why don't you just stab a guy in the ventricle? And the look on Dexter's face, it's just like this forced laughter.
Yeah.
And his eyes look like he's crazy. He's like, ha ha ha.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great scene. It really is. He gets home the next morning. He's like, maybe
I'll get like a 15-minute nap.
But Rita is there, comes knocking with bagels.
To mop up all the alcohol.
Yeah, And he's like, I didn't do anything stupid. And you're talking about how Syl kicked Miguel out and
how Miguel felt betrayed.
Yes.
And then Rita's got like all these pages. It's the schedule for the day of the wedding. It was crazy. But I think one of my favorite parts is you see Deb in the police station.
Oh,
when
everybody
comes in,
is a mess. And
she punches Vince. And she's like, you didn't even invite me to my brother's bachelor party? It's somewhere in there she says, fuck you, lip gloss. And I was like, what?
What the fuck?
Wrote it in parentheses, which means I laughed really hard. Fuck you, lip gloss.
Oh boy, I missed that somehow. Fuck you, lip gloss? You sure it was lip gloss? Okay. All right.
I'm gonna watch it back.
Watch it again. That's funny. Okay, here we go. All right. We're talking about Ellen and the Skinner investigations. I like a lot of things in this episode. And again, we're going to go back to this season is strong enough to withstand a lot of bullshit. And here is one of the pieces of bullshit. Maria is looking at the Ellen Wolf file. And she's thinking about Toby's statement where he said, well, somebody with halogens and a big dark SUV.
Yep.
And she has pulled up Miguel's vehicle registration, and she circles black, and as she circles Lincoln and Navigator. She literally circled everything about this car except SUV.
Well, it doesn't matter now. Yeah. Yeah, though.
I hate it. This is worse than the Skinner was here.
Here's my thing. Why did she even pull up his registration?
She knew what she knew.
I mean,
it's
she
not giving her
knows
more information.
She knew what car he drove.
I don't get it because they did such a great job in both the Deb thing with the Skinner stuff and in here. They did such a great job of giving us all the information we needed. We had our answers. We knew what was going on, why they had this scene. I will never understand.
Yeah, I was like, every time I see it, I'm just like, why did she pull his registration? What does that prove? She already knows what he drives. Like, hello, that's what got your light bulb going.
Yes.
That's what turns your light bulb on.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It is so strange. Gianna shows up. She's got some Italian hangover recipes.
And Angel's like, I'm good.
I'm good.
I was a good boy.
Yep. I'm like, but you're still going to eat that white pizza and that lemon risotto,
Oh,
right?
God, yeah. Got you covered.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like delicious. I'm hungry now, man.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Anyway.
I wonder how the what, I guess because there's no acid, because the tomato sauce and stuff is so full of acid, it would give them, like, reflux from all the alcohol, maybe. So maybe the white stuff doesn't.
It's not, like, spicy or a lot of acid. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not going to upset whatever is going on in your belly. It all sounded so good, though. No.
Yeah, it did.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking I have some tiramisu in my refrigerator that I'm going to eat. And after this, and I'm thinking about it now.
And the cannoli.
And the cannoli. Anyway. Okay, so Dexter has a plan. He's going to get rid of Miguel, and he's going to put it on the Skinner.
Yeah.
Which is a great plan.
So, he just wants the Skinner to stay out just a little bit longer.
Just a little bit longer. I still go back to hating this because Dexter has literally been, like, basically ignoring the Skinner for the entire season.
Yeah, like, he has not given two shits about that Skinner.
It is wild. Anyway, Deb's talking about Anton. She's hiding from Anton. She talks about how she needs a guy like Dad. And this is where Dexter lets it slip that Harry was dogging around with the CI, which is Dexter's mother. He doesn't admit that it was his mother, obviously. Well, not obviously, but he doesn't admit that. And then he's like, you always wanted to be like Dad. I could not stop laughing.
I know. He said that. I was like, oh, not okay right now, Dex.
Oh, man. But Anton comes in, and she doesn't think she should talk to him. He's going to go over a statement, but he'll only talk to her.
Yep.
And she's going in there. She's still upset about everything, but now she's upset about this news about her father. And Anton, though, this is bad because Anton's got to kind of relive all this now. Right? And we do find out here that King stopped in the middle of torturing Anton and went through his pockets and took his change.
Yep.
And his cell phone. They were like, why did he take his change? This all sounds very strange. Somebody kidnapped me and went through my pockets. They would not get any change.
No.
I don't know what they get. I don't know what they would do.
Fuzz.
Yeah. Fuzz. Anyway, I guess one of the strippers likes Vince. Was it the stripper or the party planner?
It was the party planner.
Okay.
Tiffany, I think is her name.
She's got a record, but that doesn't... He's
that
okay.
doesn't deter Vince.
Yeah, Vince is like, oh, she's got issues? All right.
Yeah, that just makes his erection harder.
I mean, I don't want to think about Vince's erection. That's, okay. I'm so sad now. Tiramisu, yay. Okay. So, Deb and Quinn are following up on King's buildings.
They're going through the building that Anton was found in, specifically, like, looking through it.
Anything. They're talking about they're going to carpool to the wedding. Like, wait. Okay. Because she's like, well, is it a date or are you hitting on me? And he's like, now we're carpooling to the wedding. With Quinn, because she still won't. This Anton back and forth is ridiculous, but anyway.
Yeah, I want to stop you there.
Okay.
When she goes over Anton's statement.
Yeah.
Anton, he's a great character. But he says when they go back over, he says, I could hear the blade cutting into me. My screaming was like someone else. Like, I can't even imagine Like, living with that and then having to go back over it again.
Well, yeah, and then he says, I remember thinking that guy, that because he was like outside of himself hearing somebody else screaming. He's like, I remember thinking that guy that's screaming is going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was a pretty intense little.
Yeah, that was like a really intense moment.
Yeah.
And that's when he tells Deb, he took all my change.
But when her and Quinn are at the building now, she's trying to use her phone. She got bad reception. That's when she realizes that there's a payphone nearby. That's what George King was using the change for.
And so she puts in to get those phone records pulled.
Yes. So Maria and Miguel again. This scene is weird. They're hanging out, and she is like, "Oh, I got more beer or whatever in my car." So she slips out, and Dexter is across the street watching them. Neither one of them know Dexter is there. I always crack up on shows. Dexter is very guilty of it. The show is very guilty of it. But shows in general, where somebody is following somebody or they're spying on them, and they're just across the street from them. I'm like, if I walked out of my house right now and I saw a car, I'd be like, is there somebody in that car? What are they doing? Like, no,
yeah,
these cops don't notice this stuff
at night or dark or whatever. Yeah.
But
I do that too, like when I park somewhere and there's like a weird looking car or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, somebody in that car?
Yeah.
Or,
Now you get a vibe.
Yeah.
But nobody notices Dexter.
She says she's got to go to her car to get the beer, but she grabs Miguel's keys also.
Yes, and she pops open the back of his trunk, and she's doing the tape to get the hair samples and stuff out of his trunk, and then she doesn't even close his trunk all the way.
She tries to, but she didn't want to make too much noise. She thought she got it good, but we'll see what happens in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, Dexter has been stalking Miguel for a while. He was stalking Miguel at his hotel, and he can't get too close. He couldn't get too close because Ramon is there.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden Ramon is everywhere. It's
Yes.
like Ramon is like his little bodyguard.
Ramon drops Miguel off at his hotel, but then
He ditches him.
Miguel ditches Ramon to go over to Maria's. And then Maria does all this, getting the hair samples. And when Miguel comes back out later to get in his car, he turns on the car and he gets the liftgate ajar.
Yeah.
So he's like,
And he kind of looks at Maria's house when he closes it, and then he gets back in his car and leaves, and I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess it's just like a suspicious mind, like, oh, my liftgate's ajar. Maria must have done something. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you're guilty of so much stuff.
He's got to watch his back now.
Evil, he does, yes. So the biggest problem Dexter is having right now is trying to figure out how he's going to dispose of Miguel's body. And Maria is bringing him this hair sample that she got from Miguel's trunk, and he's like, "Can you run these samples, the hair and fiber samples?" And he's like, "Well, no, because last time I tried to do that, I got
trouble."
Yeah. And she's like, just come on. It's important.
Under the table, use my authorization code, whatever.
Yes. And it's very important that he uses Maria's authorization code.
Yeah.
Yes. And anyway, so he's going to run it against whatever homicides for the past.
The last 6 days worth of homicides.
Yes. Which will, of course, cover Ellen Wolf.
Yes.
Deb, in the meantime, she's getting her results back from the phone dump. This is where Angel runs the background on this party planner for Vince. He's like, she's got all these issues, and she's got a little bit of a record. There wasn't anything big. I mean,
it wasn't anything major.
Yeah.
It was just, I thought it kind of like complimented Vince.
Yeah. Yeah, because if Vince is like, so you're saying she's got issues? That's perfect. It's my kind of girl. So anyway, Dexter's working on these hair samples, and Vince comes in. He's being nosy. Hey, what you doing?
Yeah.
And Dexter's like, oh, well, I found a gray hair. I'm like, that's so... Oh, okay. So he found a gray hair. And Vince's like, oh, yeah, I've done that too. And but you're bald. And Vince
points
to his crotch.
And says one of those. Yeah. Tiramisu.
It's
that's all you got to do to get her attention.
The pubes. Vince's pubes. I mean, like you say, I got a gray pube. I'm going to test it. I don't know. Make sure it's mine. I don't know.
I know.
Deb and Quinn, they have their lead. They go to this house. There's parrots everywhere.
It's one of his
like
one of the people he does the yard
Yeah.
for, but they're on vacation, so they're not having their yard done right now. But the house is empty, so they think.
it's a good place for him. And there's parrots everywhere.
Yeah.
There's parrots everywhere.
And she walks into the back, and she's like, "It's fucking jungle, something another back here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they spot King through the window, and he goes running. And
King gets away after he slashed Joey's head.
so Maria calls Dexter into her office about this hair analysis, and she basically tells him what's going on, or her suspicions. And Dexter pretends to be shocked. I can't believe it. And she's like, I need your discretion. And he's like, got it. I won't say anything. Because she's basically like, if I'm wrong, there's going to be a hurricane. And if I'm right, there's going to be a hurricane in the other direction, you know?
Yeah.
But Deb, she's stuck on this thing about the Harry's affair. And she's kind of confronting him about that again. She's not going to bring Anton. I hate this. I hate this back and forth. She's not going to bring Anton, but she doesn't want to be Quinn's date because that's depressing too.
Yeah.
Okay, then just go. I mean, but so this is where Dexter asked Deb to be his best man.
Yeah, he's like, how could I have not seen it? You should be my best man.
Yeah, which, I mean, it should be her or Angel. Either one makes more sense than Miguel.
Yeah.
She's not going to let it go. Dog with a bone. She goes downstairs. We got Francis, who is the non-Camilla record clerk. And she asked for all of Harry's CI files, preferably the good-looking female.
Yeah.
And Francis knows what's up. She's like, your dad would not be the first cop to step out. But I get it, because my dad stepped out, and if I could have, I would have cut his nuts off, you know?
Yep.
So she's like, yeah, I'll work on it. I'll get you what I can get you. We're still stalking Miguel.
Yes, we are.
He gets really lucky. He's at the hotel. Miguel's at the bar. I complain about the hand waviness of things in this show sometimes. I'm really going to complain about this, the way he finds Miguel's room.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, though. Maybe that's the floor where all the suites are.
I don't know, but he starts calling. He calls the front desk and he asks them to call Miguel Prado's room. And so he just walks around. This is not a small hotel. And he just walks around until he hears a phone ringing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, I guess so. All right. And he gets this maid to let him in, saying, I need turn down service.
Yeah.
So the maid just walks in. I mean, this is like terrifying. Like, maids just walk in, have no proof that this is your room.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have this key card.
Yep.
And as soon as he gets her in there, he's like, pretends he's getting a phone call from his boss. He's
Yeah.
like, I gotta take this. Can you come back? You know. This cracked me up. Miguel has gone to the hardware store and he's gotten his equipment, including another life vest.
Yeah, he's got a life vest just laying on the ground.
If he's not paying cash for this stuff, he's putting this stuff on a credit card, and then somebody's going to come back like, why are you buying a life vest like all the time? What is happening?
Because he probably hasn't thought about using cash.
Probably not. Because that's another step. You got to go get the cash.
Yeah.
But while Dexter, he sees, okay, Miguel's getting ready to kill somebody, and we had seen earlier where he had used Maria's code to access these records for the search that she wanted him to do for the hair and fiber samples. Well, Miguel got an alert about that.
Yeah.
And it's up on Miguel's laptop.
Yeah. That Maria authorized a sample.
Yes. So now Dexter's like, okay, so Miguel's going to kill somebody, and it's probably Maria.
Yeah. Yep.
He said, tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. Okay. I have a couple issues here, too. Well, this is one of these things where it's like, they did a thing, and then they're like, they don't show us how he undid it. Miguel goes over to Maria's. Maria, who is a lieutenant in the police force in a major metropolitan area, leaves her spare key in what looks like a cat food dish next to her door, her front door.
I thought it was a rock.
Was it a rock?
I don't know. It was something, though.
It was very obvious.
Yeah.
And he just goes there and gets it, lets himself in. Dexter has called Maria in the answer machine.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll talk to you about this, this, and this. And I'm going to be at whatever place it is at 8 o'clock tonight, or from 6 to 8 or whatever. So now Miguel knows where he's going to be.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Dexter went back and erased this message afterwards. You have to assume that. But so Miguel turns around. He's going to go out and intercept Dexter and or Maria, whatever his plan
whatever
is.
he can do.
And as he turns around, Dexter's standing there and gets him.
M99 Miguel.
M99 Miguel. This is truly a great scene.
This is the best scene.
This is truly a great scene. This is truly one of my favorite scenes where he kills Miguel. I don't like you had me believing I could Billy have a friend. I don't like that part. But Miguel is fast talking him on the table.
Yeah. He's trying to get Dexter to not kill him.
Yeah, he's, and I think this is where you really see this kind of insincerity. We've seen it as the audience.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the scene,
yes.
Every time I watch this scene, it gets to me because Miguel's all like, I'm a monster like you. I'll accept you like a brother.
Yeah, because Dexter is talking about all these people I've killed. They're just unchecked versions of me. And Miguel says, you and I are alike. And Dexter's like, no, I know I'm a monster. I know what I am. When he says, I accept you like a brother.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. It's great. The delivery, everything about it is great. He's like, I killed my brother. I killed yours too. And it is absolutely one of my favorite deliveries.
Yeah, and then he takes the...
It's garrote. It's like a wire. Yeah.
And he tightens it across. And as he dies, the scene goes to black and white.
It just goes, it's like all the color leaches out of the scene.
Yeah, and you sit there and you're seeing Dexter's face. It's an amazing scene.
It's great. But you see later that you see his interactions with Angel as the series goes on. It feels like, this realization that was his real friend. And it feels like all these other interactions are we always get this idea of Dexter thinking of this is how things are supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I think what's interesting is when he goes out, I'm having this relationship with Brian or whatever. I'm having this relationship with Lila. And, this is real stuff. And this is no, it almost feels like it's inverting itself.
Yeah.
Where it's like he thinks that this was, this is the opposite of what Harry would have wanted from him. But he's thinking this is the way it's supposed to be. But it's like he's learning, no, I actually had all this normal stuff. Like Angel is a normal best friend or whatever. And it's him learning through these mistakes that he always had this stuff. And he didn't really have to fake any of it. It was all always there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, just like OSHA rules, all of Dexter's lessons are written in blood.
Yeah.
So many people have to die for him to get anything through his head.
Yeah. Yeah. But the kill scene of Miguel is one that gets me all the time. It's an amazing scene.
Miguel's grief.
The look on his face.
When he realizes.
When he realizes he was the one who killed Oscar. It's just, you can see rage.
It is rage. It is completely the fact until the end. As death is certain, and he still cannot reckon with his powerlessness.
Yeah, because he feels like he always has the power, and here he doesn't.
Yeah, it is.
The way that they decided to go from color and bleach out into white and black, too.
It does in that way, in the way they shot it, it does recall the end of season 1 when he killed Brian.
Yeah.
Because it had that same kind of where he kind of falls back.
Yeah.
So I think, this idea when Dexter pushes back against what he imagines Harry would think. And we're going back to Dexter finding out that the things he really wants are the things that Harry wanted for him.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, in this way, Dexter, the television show, which is very different than Dexter, the books. But in this way, Dexter, the television show, it's about a person, it's about this guy discovering himself, or it's about a serial killer, this guy discovering himself. It's also got to be one of the most fucked up, but in a way, most poignant stories about parenthood ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you really start breaking it down, and it comes back again and again and again.
Yes, it does.
About the relationship with Harry and the relationship with Laura and and you don't see much of Doris, even though she was the person that raised him.
Yeah. I mean, you see more of Doris in Original Sin than anywhere else.
I don't know. It was a great episode. We still have another episode to go. It's this amazing episode was not the finale, but...
Yeah. The next one is, though, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's really good, too.
It's really good, so... Yeah.
I will have my issues with parts of it. I do like it a lot, though. But this scene was probably my favorite of the season, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything about it was good. Everything about it was good. So I'm not going to complain about this episode at all. It was a great episode.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
We got through with no complaints.
No complaints.
So, are you going to have a lot of complaints about the finale?
I'm not going to have a lot of complaints about the finale. I'm just going to have like one little beef with some timing issues there. That's all. Anybody that's ever been involved with a wedding is going to watch the finale and be like, this did not happen.
I mean, every time I see it, and if it's the part I'm thinking about that you're talking about, yeah, that never happens.
But we'll see. Deb does have a line, which I remember at the time being like, I think now, there are some things in this show, I think I said before about, you can really tell by their phones how old this show is. You can also tell by like Dexter's sideburns and a lot of the fashion and stuff like that. You can definitely tell. Deb has a line in the next episode. But anyway, great episode.
Yes.
Going into the finale. I love this season.
Yeah, it's going strong into the finale.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Great season. It's a great bounce back from season 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So looking forward to that finale.
Yes.
Do you have anything else about this one?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. So, going into the finale next week, episode 12. In the meantime, follow us on our socials. Drop us a line. We'll have our emails and all our social links, everything in the show notes. You can also check out our website and our other podcasts, Outside Food and Drink, which is our movie podcast, and The Final Assessment, which is our podcast about the television show Evil. And until next week, when we talk about season 12.
Episode 12.
Until next week, we talk about episode 12.
Later.
Later.